Hi, in this video we are going to solve questions in which you will be asked to find the number of terms in an expansion. So a question would be of this type. So you are given an equation a plus b plus c to the power 8, and you are asked to find the number of terms in this expansion. The number of terms in this expansion. So let us look at this. Let us start with the basic thing. Say if it is a plus b whole square, it is written as, this is nothing but a square plus 2ab plus b square. And let us look at another equation, which is a plus b whole cube. This is nothing but a cube plus b cube plus 3a square b plus 3b square a. So when you observe these two equations closely, you can know that the generic term in this equation is any term in this equation. Say let it be a square or 2ab or b square, or else a cube, b cube, or 3a square b or 3b square a. It can be represented in this way. General term is sum k a to the power x, b to the power y. K is greater than or equal to 1 and x is greater than or equal to 0, y is greater than or equal to 0, but x plus y will be the degree either 2 or 3 or whatever is the degree that is given in the question. If we take a plus b whole square, it will be equal to 2. If we take a plus b whole cube, it will be equal to 3. The key to this is any term in this expansion, a plus b whole square or a plus b whole cube, can be written in this form, which is k into a to the power x into b to the power y. K will be greater than or equal to 1. Suppose if k is equals to 1 and x is equals to 0 and b is equals to 1, we are getting b, and if b is equals to 2, if y is equals to 2, we are getting b square, which is a term in this equation, in this expansion. So the generic term is written as, general term in this expansion can be written in this form. So now if we are asked to find the number of terms in this expansion a plus b whole square, we already know that it is 3, but by using the generic term, and we can know that x plus y is equals to 2 and x is greater than or equal to 0 and y is greater than or equal to 0. We know that we are indirectly finding out the number of whole number solutions to this equation. So how to find it out is simply by adding, if you have seen the earlier videos, x is replaced by k1 minus 1 and y is replaced by k2 minus 1. This is equal to 2. So k1 plus k2 is equals to 4, where k1 is greater than or equal to 1 and k2 is also greater than or equal to 1. So solution to this equation is nothing but, out of there would be 3 gaps, I will select 1, which is nothing but 3. So we have got the number of terms, which is same as the number of terms in the expansion a plus b whole square. So we are going to use this logic to find the number of terms in a given expansion, whatever may be the power. So let us start solving the questions. In this question, we are given an expansion. We are asked to find the number of terms in the expansion a plus b plus c plus d to the power 14. So general term of this expansion would be some k, a to the power x, b to the power y, c to the power z, and d to the power some k1, let it be. So we know that x plus y plus z plus k1 is equals to 14, and x comma y comma z comma k1 are all greater than or equal to 0. So to solve this equation, we need it will become, say, some k, instead of k1 you take some other letter here, x, you can take some l, so let it be l over here. So we have to solve this equation. So k2 plus k3 plus k4 is, we are going to get 18, provided k1 comma k2 comma k3 comma k4 are greater than or equal to 1. So 18 means 17 gaps are there. Out of 17 gaps, I'll select any 3. This will give me the number of terms in this expansion a plus b plus c raised to the power 14. Now so in this question, we are asked to find the number of distinct terms in the expansion a plus b plus c raised to the power 20. So generic term would be k into a to the power x, b to the power y into c to the power z. This is the generic term. So x is greater than or equal to 0. Similarly y comma z. So y comma z are all greater than or equal to 0. So but we know that x plus y plus z is equals to 20. So this will be get converted into k1 plus k2 plus k3 is equals to 23. k1 comma k2 comma k3 are greater than or equal to 0. So there will be 22 gaps. I'll select any 2. This will give me the number of terms in this expansion a plus b plus c to the power 20. Now let us look at another question. In this question, we are asked to find the number of distinct positive terms in the expansion. We are asked to find the number of distinct positive terms in the expansion of a plus b minus c to the power 8 to the power 8. So the generic term in this equation would be some k into minus 1 to the power z, a to the power x, b to the power y, c to the power z. So we know that x plus y plus z would be equals to 8, and x comma y comma z are all greater than or equal to 0. So this gets converted to k1 plus k2 plus k3 is equals to 11, and k1 comma k2 comma k3 are greater than or equal to 0. So we will have 10 gaps, out of which I'll select 2. This will give me the total number of terms. Total number of terms in the expansion. But we are asked to find the total number of, what is the number of distinct positive terms. So number of positive terms would be, we need to find number of positive terms. So now let us go back to the generic term. Generic term is, I'll write it again. Generic term is k into minus 1 to the power z a to the power x, b to the power y, and c to the power z. Now positive term would appear when z is equals to, when z is even. Z is even meaning, say z is some 2, if z is 2, or z is that means if z can be 0 as well, z can be 4 as well, so even terms for z. So let me write z as some 2 into L, even number, where L is greater than or equal to 0. So equation will be x plus y plus z, which is 2L, equals to 8, because x plus y plus z is equals to 8. I'll write it here, x plus y plus z is equals to 8. So I'll replace z with 2L because z has to be even to get positive terms. So I will replace z with 2L, and I have written this equation. Now I know that x comma y comma L are all greater than or equal to 0. So let L be equal to 0. In that case, x plus y is equals to 6 is equals to 8. So, and moreover x comma y is greater than or equal to 0. To solve this, I will have to add 2 to the right hand side of the equation, and it will become the way, so it will be 10. So 9 gaps will be there. I will select one of them. Similarly, when L is equals to 1, we know that x plus y would be equal to 6. X comma y are greater than or equal to 0. This would become 7, C1. When L is equals to 2, this would become x plus y as 4. So this will become 5C1. Here again x y greater than or equal to 0. When L is equals to 3, x plus y would be equals to 2. So this will become x comma y, when x comma y is greater than or equal to 0. So this will become 3C1. When L is equals to 4, x plus y would be 0. So this is one way, because we are going to get we will have x and y greater than, x comma y greater than or equal to 0. So we will add 2 to the right hand side. There will be one gap. Out of 1 I will select 1. So this is nothing but 9 plus 7 plus 5 plus 3 plus 1. So this is nothing but, so I'm getting this is 10, this is 10, this is 5, so 25. So we know that initially we have got 10C2. The 10C2 is nothing but 10 into 9 divided by 2, which is 45 terms in this, 45 number of terms in this expansion. So number of positive terms are 25. So number of negative terms will be 45 minus number of positive terms. So we are going to get 20 negative terms. So you can also calculate number of negative terms by putting z as 2k plus 1 and solve this, but there is no need to solve it because we already know the total number of terms in the expansion, and we have already got the total number of positive terms. In order to get the total number of negative terms, you need to subtract the total number of terms, total number of negative positive terms from the total number of terms. So this is the way we are going to find, we have found out the number of distinct positive terms in the expansion a plus b minus c to the power 8. Now let us move on to another question. Now in this question we are asked to find the number of distinct negative terms in the expansion a minus b minus c to the power 8. So the generic term in this expansion is k into a to the power x into b to the power y into c to the power z minus 1 to the power y plus z. Now the total number of terms would be is when x plus y plus z is equals to 8, so x comma y comma z is greater than or equal to 0, so this is getting converted into k1 plus k2 plus k3 as 11. There would be 10 gaps, so I'll select 2, which is similar to earlier question. So you are going to get total number of terms as 45. Now but we need to find total number of negative terms. So in this question we need to find number of negative terms. So number of in order for this to be negative, we know that y plus z must be odd, and the given equation is x plus y plus z is equals to 8. So when this is odd, this is even, so we need x to be odd. So let us assume that x is something of the form 2k plus 1, where k is greater than or equal to 0. So let me substitute 2k plus 1 plus y plus z as 8. So y plus z plus 2k is equals to 7. Y plus z is 7 minus 2k. So k, since it is greater than or equal to 0, so it is starting, let me take 0, then y plus z is equals to 7. Since y comma z are greater than or equal to 0, to solve this equation, the solution to this equation would be 8c1. Similarly, when k is equals to say 1, it is y plus z as equal to 5. This is nothing but this y plus z would be equal to 5. Then this solution is nothing but 6c1, and when k is equals to 2, y plus z would be equals to 1. So this is for this, the solution is 4c1. Now when k is equals to 2, y plus z is equals to 3. So when k is equals to say 3, y plus z is 1. So this will be 2c1. So if we add all these things, we are going to get 20 negative terms. So